So Wire Idaho, big data via fiber optic and only calls and text via wireless. That is your tagline. Who are
Yeah.
you? I'm Wire Idaho. This is what we stand for. Big data by fiber optic. Only small stuff through the air. That's the point. That's the sweet spot. That's who we are. And look, we love that fiber optic stuff. And we got two companies that are serving us. Ziply and who's the second one?
TDS.
TDS?
TDS.
Like Tom, Dick, Sam?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, TDS, man. It's great to have two of those. We want to give them all our business. We don't want to do any of this stuff by wire, so we don't have to. Okay. And so here we go. And you come into our site, and what do we see? A whole bunch of towns are collecting up here. That's nice. Even some counties are doing it. And we got all kinds of things. We get lessons from California and Arizona. Wow, take a look at this California guy for a second. Okay. Here's a guy who got mad at these small cells in his town. Holy man, did he go to the bat? And he got his whole town to come up behind him. You all should watch this. This is Patrick Shannon.
Yeah.
He is showing you how to get it done. Okay. And he went further. Take a look down here. He's still doing this over the summer. And he's going after people who actually have conflicts of interest. Okay.
Wow.
So this guy knows what he's doing. And you can watch him here in action and things are going on. You can learn from the people in California. Hey, I'm holding him up as the big example. I don't even hold myself up. Okay. He's
Wow.
doing
So
it.
really, I should start sharing this website around too,
You
right?
bet,
Like
man. There's great stuff
all
up
of
here.
our Facebook
Hey,
groups.
guess that?
getting
We got
everybody
lessons from
going.
Arizona. Look at this. Arizona's for Safe Technology. Let's talk about these people. Oh, man, they got a great little video here. It says the 8 steps of things for you to do, problems and solutions. You can learn really quickly here what's going on. That's great. And you got a link to their website there. Yep, people all over the country are doing well. And when there's a good example, we'll stick it up here somewhere in the 9th Circuit because that's our circuit. Great. Well, here's we the have map. the Court See of this? Appeals. We hang with Montana, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, Arizona. Well, thank God we hang with the smart people in California, Arizona. Why? They got a bunch of good court cases that help us out a lot. And then whatever was decided here, we get to take advantage of in Idaho. And we got some really good court cases. You look below and I will make us some description of them. All right. So this is a great place to go. This is why we're doing it, because we want to wire Idaho, not just Dalton Gardens. We're going to try to take on the whole state. Okay. We're gonna whip this into cast. And why does this work for us? Because we don't have a bad state bill. All right. Those poor people in New Mexico getting this shoved down their throat. Poor people in Colorado getting this shoved down their throat. We don't have to do that in Idaho. We don't have a bad state bill. Just like California doesn't have a bad state bill. That's why we're making so much progress. And those poor people in Arizona, though, they're fighting a bad state bill. That's the way it is. All right. So now we're going to go and we're going to get under the hood. How do I get under the hood to edit? Easy. I type in this. Everybody write this down. WP for WordPress dash AD. Now put in the right password and this will be it. Logged in. Okay, great. So what do I have here is I'm under the hood for WordPress. Everybody can see this?
Yep.
Okay. This is everything I can do in WordPress. I can look at the dashboard and it gives me some kind of idea what's going on. On February 16th, we had 38 views. Here on the 18th, we've had 18 views. All right. What else can I do? I can deal with posts. Posts are a blog post. It is something like the river. You put one in today and you replace it with something else next week or tomorrow. Whenever it's something good, you put it in there and it will push the other one down. It's kind of like a river. And even though they're all there, they're not all easily visible unless you kind of scroll through them. So generally people will read your most recent posts. Right now we have 3 placeholder posts. All of them need to be replaced. Then I've got a chance to, and so what do I have? I can look at all posts. Here's a list of them. Dalton Gardens, hello. These are drafts. The ones that are published are Idaho Events, Keep It Going, and Wire Idaho, the Best Solution. This one called Sticky is the one that's going to always appear at the top. Okay. And so now it's time for me to edit it. What do? Click on it. Perfect. What do I see? I see a particular way to edit a page. Here it is. What does this look like? It looks like Microsoft Word. Oh, okay. So I come down here and I hit end return and I type some more. Very easy, right? Not hard to do. Oh, guess what? I actually would like to change this into a heading, not a paragraph. I'm now going to make it a heading. Cool. Which one? H1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll make it an H3. Do I want it centered or aligned left? I'll center that one. Okay. So that's good. And I'm done. All right. So that's now a heading. This is a blank paragraph. So maybe I want to make it into something else. So maybe I will say, instead of a paragraph, maybe I want to make it into a list. Okay, cool. Now I have a list that I can do there and do there. All right, now I'm typing it away. Oh, you know what? Time for me to go get a picture. What do you say I do that? I can do that through this, or I can do it through this. These are blocks. Let's see what happens. Well, I could scroll to find my thing, or I can remember what I want to do. I'm going to type in image. Oh, there we go. There's an image. Got it. What do you want? Do I want to upload something? Maybe. Do I want to insert it from a URL? Probably not. Hey, but if you want to select an image, I'll click it. What else could I do? Let's go to the media library. Let's take a look. Here's a bunch of stuff in the media library. All right, I like Dilbert. I'm going to stick him in there. Let's select, and then we'll say, okay. So this is my page in the editing form. It's not exactly correct. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and now hit update. See it? Tell me if you see update.
Yep.
All right, watch what happens. Update happens, and down here in the lower left-hand corner, I get this little black thing coming up. Oh, and I just control click on view post. It opens up a new tab, and this is what it actually looks like now. I made that title right in the center. I had my list there. I had my paragraph there. I have my image here. I have made a page. Have you ever typed in Microsoft Word?
Yes.
It's exactly the same. The only difference is I have one way to view it and another way to edit it. That's all. So this is it in its editing form. And over here is its view form. Here's an idea. I have this thing called Trello. Why don't I go over there and remember somewhere I typed that Tyler guy's name. Okay. And so Tyler was one of your planning commissioners, right? So he's under pre-sale ordinance. I'll find him right there. Look at that. I already have the list of your planning commissioners. Copy. And it's time for me to now put it on a web page. Cool. I'll do that right now. I'll come in right here. So I'll come down here below this thing, and I'm going to do a new paragraph, and I'm just going to type it in there. There you go. Now I've taken some good information and I put it on a website because it already exists. So you can move content from Word documents, from other web pages, whatever you want, onto your web page, and it should make sense. And you don't leave it until it makes some sense. Okay. So what do we know right now? Boise has a nice looking page. Here we go. We talk about Idahoans for Safe Technology. We've got a little map of all their small cells. We go down below. What else do we have? We got the kind of what they've done with links of what they're doing. And they themselves have a nice little video for us to watch. Okay, great. At the end of that, they tell us what to do. Hey, let's go join. What does that look like? Hey, here's Join Wire Idaho. Great. So I'm going to say I'm Ron DeSand. Okay, and a little message. These Wire Idaho people are the bomb. Perfect. So that's all we're asking you to do. Thank you very much. After you submit it, it's done. And that's now goes back into our website. Okay. Where would we find it? Well, now that I'm done with this page, I'm going to go back here to get to my editing interface. And I'm going to go back to all posts. And I'm going to see this little black thing here. Look, we have feedback. Let's go take a look at the feedback. We have Ron DeSand just typed a message. These Wire Idaho people are the bomb. Cool. Here's Ann Wilder giving us a little message. Here's Paul G and me giving a couple other messages. See? So everything that happens collects into this database. Nice. Okay. In addition to posts, we have pages, very similar to posts, but these are the main pages of your website. Sometimes it's hard to figure out which page to look at. You see, we got a lot of pages at this point. Look, there's 36 items on this page, and I go over here, I'll see the other items over here. Again, sometimes it's hard to find. Maybe I remember what I call it. So maybe I got one called We Want It. Okay. And because I know that's what I called it, when I search the pages, then it gives me just the page I want. All right. Hey, here's this one. Here's the wireless ordinance. Let's take a look at that. This is what it looks like in its editing form. And it doesn't look all that pretty because it's all just a bunch of code and whatnot, but it's fine. And then when you go to view it, I'll go ahead and just make one little edit. I'll put an extra space on there and I will update it. By updating it, it gives me a chance to view it. And so once it comes up, I will hit the view and I will see what it looks like. So there's your wireless ordinance page. Got it. So we might look at that later. All right. So that's what you do. You look at each page. I described your group right here. Did I do a good job? I don't know. Why don't you guys look at it and say, yep, looks good to me, or no, I'd edit that. That's not exactly what we want. Okay. Same thing about the towns. Hey, does this serve your town well, Coeur d'Alene? Well, not really. It's a bunch of placeholder content. In fact, there's nothing specific about Coeur d'Alene yet. Holy crap. These people don't have their act together. Dalton Gardens kind of does. It's got the whole solution right up top. And it's got something about this. This was written by Sue Supp. Sue, I just put a couple pictures in here for you. See this?
Yeah.
All right, so that's all just a line of picture to the left and a line of picture to the right. And it's nice and short and sweet, and it's a nice thing. It's telling you what you want to do. We got this thing going on. Help us out. We need you to show up. This is good. I like it. It's got a next step. Join us. What does it do? It takes you once again back to the right page right here. You want to drive everybody to this page and get them to join your group. Maybe we need a picture on this page. Maybe we need something else. All right. Just think about yourself. If you were on this website, what would you do? Okay. Hey, it's got the planning staff wireless ordinance too. You can actually go and read the PDF right here if you wanted. Okay. Or I just gave a picture of page 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm doing is trying to somehow allow people to stumble across good information so they can come down the curve on what we're doing. Okay. What do we know? We know that the wireless, this is what's happening in Northern Idaho right now. I put this together from this source. Should someone else in your group put together other lists? Of course they should. That means somebody has to do some work. And so this is for Verizon only, the Northern Idaho Verizon licenses. There's other licenses for AT&T and T-Mobile and US Cellular and a few other people. But this is what we're faced in Northern Idaho. Let's take a look. Even though they call it 700 megahertz, it's actually different from that. These are the actual numbers. All right, I'll make this a little bit bigger. So you see 767, these are the channels upon which they actually will transmit. And this is the key point about knowing these channels. When it's time to do your analysis to figure out whether or not you have a significant gap, even though Verizon has a desire to broadcast in all of these frequencies, if you show any one of them is minus 85 dBm, like probably it's going to be the 700 megahertz one, you're done. You're good to go. You don't need another antenna by law. That's a good thing. But it comes from saying, hey, professional engineer, go out and measure this channel, 746, 757. Let us know the signal strength. And then go out and measure this one. Let us know the signal strength. Did it achieve the level that we need? Did it get there? Look, my minus 100 dBm or stronger? Oh, yeah, it did. It was like minus 30 dBm. Oh, no, that's too powerful. We got to talk about that.
Hey, Paul, what kind of engineer was that can do that kind of testing for us?
RF is for radio frequency. RF engineer.
RF engineer.
Okay. And so the point is that here they are telling you, oh, our plan is to send all this in and all this and all this and all this. And beyond that, if we come in and ever do 5G for you, we're going to send all this in too. Holy crap.
So that would be good information to have for Thursday then, that engineer, that number.
I don't know if you'll get it by then.
Okay.
All I'm telling you is that in the ordinance, this is what we're talking about. Is the way that we're crafting it is we're trying to say if they achieve the signal strength goal, the A grade or the B grade in any one of these frequencies, well, these are sufficient for phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need anything more. It's your town making a strategic choice. See, what happens is that think of this as a big fat pipe, okay? And take a look. This is called bandwidth. That's how much of the pipe it fills up. Well, here's my pipe. And so that little frequency fills up this much of the pipe because it's 11 megahertz. And then this one is another 11. and now there's 10 and 2.5 and 10, and you add it all up. And if you get finally all the way down to AWS down here, you have about 115 or 120 total. This is the whole 4G world. This is enough. Everything works in this stuff. No problems. Okay. But for making phone calls, honestly, all you need is 11. You don't need anything more. And so the point is, if you catch them with a good signal strength in any one of these frequencies, you're done. You don't have to have any more towers. By law, you're good to go. You can defend that in court. All right.
And that would be something great for you just to tell them in your time. I mean, I don't know what.
Well, this is really tech talk. I mean, you sit there and you go, what should you say? And there's so many things you could possibly talk about.
Right. Okay.
I kind of get into this thing is almost too technical, and their eyes will glaze over, and they'll get in an argument about whether you're right or wrong. And that's kind of thing. It's all a judgment call. Yeah. But just so you really understand what the deal is, take a look at millimeter wave. How much bandwidth is that? It is 4 times more than all of 4G. But we're not stopping there. We got another shot of it. Uh-oh. Now we're 8 times more than all of 4G. Hold on. Now we got all this other stuff. My God, are you telling me that you are going to somehow do 20 times more than all of 4G? That's the plan. Unless you get smart.
They've actually applied for all this. This is on their to be determined. This is all stuff that they're
No, what I'm telling you is these are licenses that they own. Whether or not they actually choose to broadcast in can only be determined by an RF engineer who's going to look at it. Okay, they have these licenses and they have a right to broadcast in them if they can. And they will broadcast whatever they can that the local law will not prevent them from doing. I would get your local laws all set. You don't want to take on all this crap. None of this is good. None of this is good for you. You don't want any of this. Not needed. Don't do it. Don't agree. That's what I'm trying to say. Reverse. Change. Don't go along. Fight. This is a disaster. Okay. Here's what the map looks like, just so we know. Okay. So you agree to this little thing and you go, okay, we live here in Idaho. Not a problem. We'll zoom in a little bit and we'll get into Idaho. You want to go to Kansas? No, I don't care about Kansas. Let's go to Idaho. We are Washington and Montana. You're a little spot right there, right? Put you in the middle. We'll zoom in a little further and we'll see it. There we go. There's your northern Idaho section. You guys are up in here somewhere, right?
It goes too late.
Further south.
Pardon me?
South.
I can't hear you.
South. Right there. It goes, yeah, right there.
Right about there. Okay. So let's pick another operator. Let's at this time pick a AT&T. And let's say, do they own a 600 megahertz in your town? The answer is, if it changes color, they do. Doesn't look like they change color. Do they own it for here? Nope. Let's look at 700 megahertz. And if it changes color, they own the license. And nope, not that one. But they do in this one. There you go. These are your channels for B, C, and A. And the number is 2164. And this is what goes on the spreadsheet. See? So they own those channels. And it looks like they own these and not that one. So these 3 are the AT&T 700 megahertz ones. And you just keep on going. Okay. And look, they got some of the same kinds of stuff that Verizon has. Okay. Do they own this part of the millimeter wave? Well, not for your geography. See that? So I don't know what they bought for your geography. They did in Washington, but not you. See? So you just have to go through and figure out, there's the one. That's the channel they bought for you. Okay. Who else is there in your territory? Maybe T-Mobile is somewhere. Okay. Let's take a look at T-Mobile. Oh, everywhere. They bought it everywhere. That's T-Mobile. And they bought that one. Holy crap. And that one. And that one. And that one. Oh, man. You're going to get nailed with T-Mobile 600 megahertz. So they're putting this out broadly. Okay. And so you go on. So should you do this for the rest of your, oh yeah, you should. Just so you know, it just takes time, energy, but hey, it's good to know because then you could talk real information and stop talking about marketing bullshit back and forth. When you show up with real information, then people can make real decisions. All right. But we know I'm trying to give you some of this information so you can do smart things with it. Right. All right. I'm going to go back now to this. Excuse me.
And you were on the Boise page when you were doing all this.
I actually went out to some other page called Wires License. Here's a bunch of information
okay.
explaining microwave radiation. Yeah, it's good to know what this is. That's fine. All right. But the point is that this is the report card. This is what I think you want to pre-sell. If you can get somebody in a meeting and pull up this page, this is the one to take them through right here. Yeah, because everybody's had a report card. Everybody can relate to this. Did you get one? Did you have to have it signed by your parent? Yes, I did. Okay, great. Well, what did we learn about a report card? Well, we learned what A's and B's and C's were all about. Yes, we did. Okay, well, what does that mean about wireless? Oh, just this. Hey, we can give grade to this kind of signal strength and another grade to this kind of signal strength. You see, we want to put that in our ordinance. That way they don't overrun our town. Because look what they say. See, they tell you that stuff at minus 90 dBm is excellent, and minus 9 and 105 is good, and 106 to
Wow, that's a
110
great
is
page.
fair.
Is that on our page? Wow,
Yes.
that's great.
So what the heck? So what the whole point is, all of this is good from our standpoint. We'll accept all of this as an A grade. You see, minus 90 to minus 125. Everything they talk about, we're accepting. Okay. Life is good. Okay. But when they put too much power in our town, now we're losing the quiet enjoyment of streets. We should give that a failing grade. So that's all we're saying is nothing should run any more powerful than this. All right. That's good. Well, why is that? Because we have Title 47 U.S. Code 324. What does it say? This is the law. In all circumstances, all radio stations, yes, a cell tower is a radio station, shall use the minimum amount of power necessary to carry out the communication desired. Right there. We want to follow the law, don't we? That's exactly what we have to do. And this is what we have to do. We have to pass a local law to force them to follow the federal law because the federal people forgot to do it. But they left it up to us to do. That's what we have to do. All right. Because this is the question that we need to have them answered. How much power is needed to get the job done? It's not how much can you possibly get away with. It's how much is needed for the job. And if the job is making phone calls outdoors, it's not much. And they've already admitted what it is. What is it? It's minus 90 dBm. Cool. Yes, that's excellent signal strength. Good. We're fine with that. We all agree. Minus 90 dBm and A grade is the way we want to go. And you're going to find, if you put a small cell in my bedroom, it's going to be minus 10 dBm. How much beyond an F is that? Oh my God, it's a lot. So this is how you have to talk about it, right? This is how you get the whole thing through. I have We Want It, and on We Want It, I stole this from my page. I put it on your site, but look at this. This explains it, the whole thing to you, okay? This is the land of wireless telecommunications. This is minus 90 dBm right there, minus 95 dBm. Minus 85 is 5 bars on a cell phone. This is making phone call territory. This is all fine. This is what we're talking about. That's not what they're doing. In Sacramento, in the bedroom of the girls that got sick, minus 10 dBm, 58,000 right there. You don't want that. You don't have to live with that. You don't want any part of that. That's why you want a local law to keep them down here. Because everything that's above this, fail. This is all failure right there. Fail, don't approve the project, get it out. Can't even think about another antenna until they turn the other ones down. Look, you can make this argument that already on our streets in Dalton Gardens, we're beyond minus 90 dBm. We have more than we need already. No need for an antenna. And that'll stand up in court. See? That's the whole point. If you make the no for the right reason, you can save your town. That's the way it is. All right. So essentially, I'm going to go back to the editing interface. I'm going to go back here, and I showed you pages. I showed you posts. The only thing I haven't shown you is media. Let's do that. Let's go to the library. Here we go. We got a whole bunch of images that I actually loaded in off of your old website. Yep, took me an hour and a half to do it. I did it for you guys. Thank you very much, you should say. And I was all there. And now the question is, what if I wanted to add a new one? I say add new. What do I have to do? Select a file. What does it tell me to do? Go find one on your hard drive. All right, I can do that. Here's a picture. I can come down and find a picture right there. Here's cat with 2 noses. Let's put that up there. I just say hello. And now this is coming in. And now I can see a cat with 2 noses. Okay. So that's as easy as that to get an image in your media library. That's all there is. I upload an image, I write a paragraph, and I select an image to show on my page. Anybody else need to know anything else how to use WordPress? That's pretty much it. There's some more detailed stuff I do under the hood. I don't have to take you through that right now, but it's just media, posts, and pages.
Yep.
That's all there is. And if you want to search for a page, like, oh, I want to talk about Kootenai, right? So you just come in here and say, give me the Kootenai page. And I will find it just by searching for it. There it is. I found it. Okay. Oh, one more thing to show you. Here's a menu. Okay. The menu has a structure. Search about towns. Sub to the towns are Boise, Coeur d'Alene, Dalton Gardens. Sub to that are DG Residence, DG Planning. Okay, cool. So if I have a new page, like I want to put Dilbert somewhere else, I'll add him to the menu. He will go to the bottom, and there he is. And I'm deciding I'm going to pitch that as a solution, so I will put it right there. No, actually, it has something to do with a specific thing about report cards, so I'll put it sub to the report card. All right. Oh, I don't like the long look of that menu entry. I can edit it. So I'll just take it down to Dilbert. All right. So now that I've done that, I got a short menu under a report card. Then I can save the menu. Once it's saved, that's how I've changed the menu. Sometimes when you make a new page, you want to put it on a menu so somebody has a chance of finding it. That's the reason I showed you that. So then when I come up here and I come back into whatever my solutions were, there's my report card. There's the Dilbert page. Got it. All right. So that's all that's going on is you manage a menu and you manage your pages and you manage your posts. All right. If I go to the home page, which I can see right by going here, you will see that there are 3 posts shown down here. This one, and this one. All right, let's click it. Let's see what it says. Well, that's what it says. We have some Idaho events, and I was just guessing here. I'm spitballing. None of this is true. But you guys probably want to put your February 23rd get together and your meeting coming up and whatever there is. All right. If I want to go to a town page like Hayden, if anybody lives there, then you're going to want more than just a bunch of fake Latin and a picture. You're going to want to put in who are the people to call and what's going on and, you know, who to contact and all that stuff. That's what having a website is all about. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Any other questions? Okay. So, you know, blocks are things that you can put on pages. Not surprisingly, they're parts of pages. A paragraph, a heading, a picture, a table, a list, whatever makes sense.
And I'm sure I can just go into the Dalton thing and copy the report card thing onto the Coeur d'Alene one pretty easily.
Ooh, you could, but it's not on the Dalton page. It's actually there. See, you should think of these are town specific pages.
Oh.
These are county specific pages. These are general pages, and the report card's a general thing.
Right, yeah.
Okay, we want it as a general thing. Wi-Fi calling, a general thing. Here's some people that I put up there. This is Kathy Cook. If you want to hire her, you can do that, and she can do a home assessment. I put up a little page for her. Here's this other guy, EMF Remedy. That's Keith Cutter. I put a little page together for him, so you can hire him if you want. And he's got a nice little video playing down here, and a little form to contact him. So this is all stuff that's possible.
Right.
Let me use this as a tool.
Okay.
And if you want to, you can actually make a Facebook page. You can link to it right from this menu. Here's how you get to Twitter. Here's how you get to Facebook. Here's how you get to Telegram. You can do that. I personally don't like Facebook much. I don't do much with Facebook, but other people could. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So essentially search is the other thing that happens. Let's talk about something about, I don't know, DBM. Let's see where that shows up. And so anywhere it searches around your site and it comes up on several pages, I mentioned DBM. All right. So these are the pages. And these are your latest blog posts, and these are links to other useful sites. And these are editable. This is easy to replace. And there's down here just a simple footer. So this is all there is to it. So where's the winner page? So now that I remember it's called winner, I'm going to now search for that. And there's the winner page. What is the winner page? It's all the content from your old website. Okay.
Oh.
And so you can copy paste this off your old website right now. All the images I already moved in to the media library. Okay. But if you wanted any content off your old website, it's all here.